It's a really interesting idea to think about the way that desire has changed over the past 40 years. If we think about the post-war period and the declaration, the Universal Declaration for Human Rights, for example, that came shortly thereafter, this declaration set something up as good, something to which we all aspire to, and we gathered around that thing, and we were bound to this declaration to achieve freedom for all. We experienced the horrors of the war and the Holocaust, and so we realized that humanity was evil. We had this propensity to kill each other. So we needed these kinds of declarations to kind of rally around so that we could stop this kind of violence. When we think about how society has changed in the last 40 years, it's not so much that our desire has changed, but what we desire has changed. In that post-war period, we desired a particular kind of life, a particular kind of good sexuality, a particular kind of idea of good gender. But what happened again in the mid-1980s was these intellectuals realized that this particular good was not life for everyone else, including themselves. And so they realized that they needed to upset this idea of life and change this idea of life. So what they decided to do was theorize a way of changing society's direction of desire. So what they did was to theorize an idea of a posture of desire. So we went from desiring a particular idea of what is good to existing within a posture of desire. And of course the question is, well, what do we desire? Well, we're not supposed to desire our own desires. We're supposed to desire the other person's desire. So it goes from desiring something which we all call good and life to something that we are looking at someone else's life, understanding what they desire for life, and we're desiring that for them. So the way that desire has changed over the period of time has not been so much a change of desire, but rather a different direction of what is desired. And the consequences of that change of desire is that if I'm desiring your desire and you're desiring my desire and we're all desiring everyone else's desire, we come to this kind of democratization of desire, where we come to understand together what is life, not a few people who tell us what is life, which we must aspire to, but we together will come to decide what is good and what is life, and we will structure our societies in that kind of way to secure that life for everyone. So that's how desire has changed over the last 50 years.